are we gonna
no.
start with this?
Yeah,
Oh.
fuck it. I want to start with it. I want to start with it because I laughed so hard in that TikTok, right?
I know, it was awesome.
Someone's like, "What's your feelings on it?" I was like, "Consequences of my actions. Calling 911."
I was just pissed when I first heard about it, and I was talking to you guys about it. I was pissed with the amount of people that backed her up.
Yeah, it's just like,
and I was a little surprised that it seemed like everyone was backing her up.
well, that's just because the only people you're around are fucking swamp creatures.
No, this was like all the God. This is gonna sound even more stupid. This is like all the tens of thousands of Facebook.
Did you think I meant your Republican family? I meant Star Wars fans. Y'all were all fucking Dagobah system fucking swamp people. Fucking.
But this is what I meant last week when I was like, "Oh, my views are racist," because like I agree with the guys that were complaining about the sequel sucking, but I don't necessarily like agree that we need to be furious that this girl got fired.
She just didn't renew the contract.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Disney never said like, "Hey, we were gonna make stuff with her, and now we're not." They never said that.
They just didn't renew it. It's literally like she talked too much. They told her to stop. They didn't renew the option. This is what they want. We're gonna repeat Minion Death Cult Premium episode content here that I was just listening to earlier.
Everybody's been talking about it.
Well, shit, because it's a universe. It's like you want at will employment. Your job can fire you for anything, but no, we don't want that.
Yeah,
I'm kind of fine either way. She's not good at acting, so that kind of sucks.
She's the least believable person on that show, and she's built like the only person on that show would be built like.
Right.
I didn't mind her on the show, but I also I'm not gonna miss her.
She's not a good actress. She's not even good. Like, it's like they gave her also her name stupid on the show. All of it just the whole thing with her was stupid with that shit. Like the Imperial Storm.
She's not even a sandworm.
Yeah, what is she? She's a Republic dropship commando or some shit, right?
Yeah, she's a old New Republic, heavy armor trooper. She's also like Alderaanian, so like it's tragic that she lost her family like Princess Leia, and it's like whatever. I mean, who cares?
being from Alderaan and then also comparing yourself to being like a Republican and the Holocaust is kind of like there's a thing there that like she doesn't quite get.
That's the thing. It's like everybody's acting like we need to protect her freedom of speech, and it's like you said, Tim. It's like you can't tolerate intolerance, or
no, they'll put you.
Nobody violated her freedom of speech.
Yeah. Again, no, they just didn't renew her.
Not
contract.
constitutionally.
Right.
None of us would keep a job if we did that.
No.
With a sustained campaign, none of us could keep our job.
I'm surprised I have one with this podcast.
Honestly, me too.
To play devil's advocate here, what these pissed off white boys are saying is that Pedro Pascal posted a picture of like people in like concentration camps, and then like kids in a camp, and they're like
in a concentration camp on the U.S. border.
Well, somebody said that wasn't from the U.S. border, but I don't know if I can prove that.
Either way, I mean. Okay, it's a camp where you concentrated people. It's a concentration camp.
Yeah, it's like
British invented it.
That's the fucking idea. Is that's what they're doing at the border?
Yeah, they're doing forced sterilizations and shit. It's Trump got fucking acquitted today. The impeachment thing. Like they history's repeating itself. History rhymes. It's the ABBA. It's fucking ABBA. It all comes back to Mamma Mia. They just fucking didn't renew her contract. In the third year, you always get more money. All your shit goes up in the third year, and they just didn't renew her contract.
I just don't think they saw value in that character anymore.
They didn't. They got all they could out of her. They extracted everything they could. And you know what they get now? Brownie points.
But the important thing is she's on Ben Shapiro's payroll now, and she's going to make really good movies next.
That's a victory. It's like, what are you...
Oh, it's not a victory? You don't like Ben Shapiro movies? Wow.
Yeah, I love Ben Shapiro movies.
Wow.
Yeah. And that fucking guy, just all of that, it's all just set up. They just want us to love them and let them rule us completely.
Who's not more of a Heartland person than a Harvard-trained lawyer from Los Angeles? That's the most Heartland person I can think of. I'm sorry. If you guys don't agree with me, you're wrong.
You're a racist too if you don't agree with him. You're a racist. You're a fucking.
You anti-Zionist? Are you anti-Zionist if you don't agree with me?
Yeah, you're anti-Semitic. It's because Ben Shapiro's Jewish, by the way, everybody.
Wow.
In case you didn't know, in case he didn't remind you all the time. All the time. Brittany, how would you like to share some takes from whiny white people while I motivate?
Yeah, can we go back to Star Wars?
I pulled some clips of my favorite whiny Star Wars people. Actually, okay. Last week, I said that my views are racist in Star Wars because I side with these guys on the hatred. I can't hear you.
You like the racist people on Star Wars.
Yeah, but I don't watch any of the racist videos. So when I saw these videos the other day, I was a little shocked. I only watch the videos that are called "I hate the sequel trilogy."
You know what? I think Baby Yoda should eat more space eggs.
Yeah.
As a genocide, though.
I don't want to be sided with the racist guys anymore.
You make it
You're gonna need a tan.
They're making the movies so bad, and the only people that seem to criticize them are the worst people on earth. Exactly. It's like the Marvel movies. The Marvel movies are boring as fuck when you really get down to it. If you ever watch them at home, they don't have the same feel. And there's gonna be a bunch of people mad at me about that. But you know what? Those movies are propaganda and they suck. All right, I still watch them.
I think up until the last one, they were good.
They're fine. They're
my
fine
controversial
movies.
opinion.
They're fine movies. They're just not. I don't know. They're not good. They're not good, but they're not bad. They're just. When you make something that has to be consumed by so many people, there can't be anything. You know what I mean? There can't be anything in any of them ever.
They haven't made a good one since 1980, since before I was born.
True.
Well, I mean, outside of Rogue One.
Oh, we're talking about Star Wars specifically?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Star Wars. I'm sorry.
I thought we were talking about Avengers.
We're talking about movies in general, but go ahead.
Oh,
go off, King.
Lots of good.
Mamma Mia,
Irishman?
Mamma Mia 2 was fantastic. Man on Fire, my favorite film other than Mamma Mia 2. Show us the whiny white boy tweet. God damn it.
All right.
Are
these guys going to be pissed at us?
Who? The Star Wars, the anti-fucking, okay. Please, please drive them at, oh no, white supremacists are mad at me. Fuck. I've never thought of a worse people that have mad at me.
I feel terrible because I watch these guys' videos, so I've probably paid some of their bills, and now I feel awful.
Oh, no, maybe minuscule.
Stop going to Stormfront.
Yeah.
But they're the only guys that talk about the fucking expanded universe.
You wonder why. Go ahead.
All right. I pulled some clips for you guys, so I edited this
Not all Mandalorians.
No. I guess I'll just play it and we'll just dissect it.
Why does this guy look like Baby Yoda?
This guy looks
why is he on our thing? Oh, this unlisted video. Okay, he pulled. I was like, wait, what?
Wait, what is it? Yeah, I named it "White Boys Whine About Gina Carano."
For a minute there, I was like, wait, what?
But look at all the expanded universe books. This is set up for me, man.
Yeah, this looks like the fella.
There's so many things that could get me canceled to say about this guy.
There's so many.
He looks like a white supremacist, straight up.
Yeah, because he looks like the fucking gene pool wasn't very deep for him. He looks like a fucking Habsburg. He looks like he should be controlling the fucking
At best.
But the dangerous part is when you're watching this guy just talk about Star Wars, it's fine. But then you go on a rant that I'm about to show you. You're like, whoa, what the fuck is this? All right, here we go.
All right, let's see what Grogu has to say.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Grogu needs to be held accountable for his actions to them eggs.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Hay Outpost, and there has been a wave of backlash against Disney and against Lucasfilm in the wake of them firing Gina Carano over her political opinions and her social media posts.
Political opinions.
Yet allowing so many other people that they still employ to have opinions that are far more offensive, far worse than anything she has said, because this wasn't about what she said. This is about the fact that she does not align with the woke, far-left echo chamber that these companies want to have.
He's not wrong.
No, yeah, because when I think of fucking epically woke, I definitely think of multinational corporations that make, propaganda movies for the U.S. military. I definitely think about the ultra wokeness of how Captain Marvel is a fucking Air Force lieutenant or whatever.
Exactly.
Who's got combat. There's only been the last air-to-air battle was like in Yugoslavia. They get air combat medals for bombing shit in the desert now. Like it's like, look, you know,
this is the same person who got against me for tanks. So I'm just gonna say that.
Well, I'm just saying tanks have a place. Tanks have a place in the battlefield. These people do too.
1945.
Like, no, they still have a place. Trust me on this. But my point is, you're dropping bombs from the goddamn sky on fucking tents in, you know, there's no air. Like, what do you want to fucking, is it the 8th Air Force bombing Nazi Germany shit? Like,
let's see a war that's going to be handled without an Xbox 360 controller.
But it's back to Qui-Gon Jinn not killing the fucking slaver. Like,
yeah, it does come back like, oh, you mean the famously fucking woke Disney? Famously woke Disney.
Talk about Song of the South.
Yeah, the one where they made a fucking black princess, but she stayed a fucking amphibian for 80% of the movie.
I never saw that one. Are you
it's
serious?
Fantastic. Yes, she stays a frog almost the entire movie.
Oh, great. It's almost as good as having the black guy play the janitor of the Death
Star. It's fucking people there. I'm not the only person upset. I mean, so it's the only, so, you know, a kid that I don't talk to no more, that I don't have much to do with anymore and all, I helped raise. That's the only Disney movie I get into that's got jazz in it.
Yeah.
Fucking Frozen sucks. Frozen just got the Nordic fucking.
I've never even seen Frozen.
Well, why would you? Why would
let it go?
I'm making it my life's mission to never watch it.
You know what reason do you? What kids are you around, Brittany?
I'm around my nephew, but he's not watching Frozen.
Exactly. So you know, but the Princess and the Frog is a great movie, but they make them amphibians almost the entire time.
But there's their black princess.
Yeah,
check.
But she's only a princess for like seriously like the last 15 minutes of the movie. But play your fucking.
All right, let's
more and more upset white people.
Because okay, there's two white boys. There's this white boy who's the white boy that I was enjoying his videos, but I'm not anymore. The second white boy I've never watched before, and he's incredible. We'll get to him.
Denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. This post was clearly warning against rising political polarization and demonization of people who are different from yourself. It's not anti-Semitic nor racist. If you think it is, you're low IQ or ideologically possessed.
We are low IQ and
probably.
Ideologically.
But again, you mean the racist ass system that benefits white kids more? Like when you like. Again, it's one of these things like they don't even recognize their own dog whistles because they don't understand it. Because it comes back to that representation of the default to them is all their universe is they cannot imagine a fictional character not having the same values as them. That's why they think they're the good guys.
Yeah.
That's why they think they're the good guys in every movie, no matter what and all. But
But what gets tricky for me is I feel like I'm the opposite of these guys. Like, you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Is it good to be the opposite?
I don't fucking know. But play the other guy. You gotta fucking just keep playing it. Just cut me off. Goddamn.
All right.
They literally proved her point. And why is it?
Oh yeah. I wanted to bring this up. They literally proved her point. You can't tolerate intolerance, right? Like. What are they supposed to do?
Germany already had death camps open that weren't death camps yet, but they eventually turned into death camps.
Yeah,
she's gonna be on Ben Shapiro's site. They didn't renew her contract. They didn't imprison her. The secret police didn't come and kill her. They were already putting political dissidents into the camps in Germany in 1937. You can look up propaganda in America where the New York Times was talking about the humane conditions of them and shit. Like it's so fucking stupid to think that this is anywhere the same. Like
America wasn't anti-fascist until 1941.
And only because they had
honestly. It was Pearl Harbor made America anti-fascist.
Well, I mean, it's the same reason why Stalin pumped up the motherland shit. Instead of fight for Stalin, it was all fight for the motherland. You know, before World War I.
I don't know any of this stuff. So
because you're not brain poisoned. But the fucking IQ thing is racist to start with. So again, they're like, oh, you know, you're low IQ.
We're not going to talk about the bell curve? Oh, man.
We'll save that for another episode.
All right, speaking of Ben Shapiro.
Hypocrisy, well, look at what Ben Shapiro puts out there. Totally Disney, working with governments and shipping people to concentration camps where women are forcibly sterilized. And not only that, they employ people.
I think they're trying to say that, like, I heard something about they shot Mulan next to a Chinese concentration camp.
cool, that might not be a real concentration camp. But
yeah.
The
okay,
Weeder camps are a huge story. That's a can of worms. That's an onion.
Here's the thing with it. There's camps there though, Sean. There's something there. But again,
sure.
We don't get to. You know what the Angolan State Prison Plantation is? They changed their name to Angolan State Prison Farm. How the fuck is that any different? You film anything in Louisiana, you film near the Angola State Prison Farm that used to be a plantation, that is an agricultural work center for the fucking state. So, okay. What about it?
Like what? Good because it's American.
Good. Oh yeah, you're right. It's good that we pay them $1.30 an hour to make furniture and sell it and all. That's
right.
Yeah. All right.
Who regularly attack Republicans, white people, and Israel. And specifically in the case of Pedro Pascal, he called half of Americans Nazis. As Pedro Pascal, pronouns in his name, tweets, Germany 1944.
Pronouns.
Anyone that ever brings that up, you automatically know they're full of shit.
Hold on.
The pronoun thing?
I had to cut this out because I'm trying to make this quick so you guys wouldn't get bored.
It's fine.
The pronoun things is Gina Carano was asked to put pronouns in her Twitter bio, allegedly. This is the story. I don't know how much.
Oh, it's like the beep boop thing or something like that.
And she said no. Yeah, and she did the beep boop. And it's like, look, okay, we know that you're skirting the line of bigotry, but like you're still at the line. It's
such a fucking thing. It's one of these things where it's like, even if you didn't believe them, right? You're gonna make so much money for nothing, right?
Yeah. Just fucking do it.
Just don't put the bio in there. Just don't you're making fun of it by putting it in there, and then you say you're not being political with it.
But they say the story is that they forced her to do it, and that's what she did.
Oh, yeah. So when she was presented with the option to make a small sacrifice to help me, that would get a ton of press for her employer and all this other shit, a small little sacrifice, she went that way. It's the same people do the attack helicopter thing. They say, attack helicopter.
They say that she didn't have an option. That's what she said.
Okay. And the option she picked was to make fun of trans people.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying.
No option. You have the option of a compassionate thing where even if you don't necessarily believe in it, it's like, fuck it, who cares? What's it going to hurt?
Yeah.
What's it going to hurt? Yeah. What the fuck does it hurt? That's the same reason why I have mine in there. What the fuck does it hurt to have it in there?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we know that you're being a bigot. Like, we know, we know that you're being anti. Yeah, like, you don't have to say it in a smooth way and think that we are going to let that go.
and you know what she could have done? She could have put whatever in there. Or she could have put literal R2D2 line. Not the bullshit she did. Because she didn't actually, because you can copy and paste R2D2 quote.
Yeah.
And it's not that. It's not that what she did.
Yeah.
Again, you get offered a fucking just a small consideration, you instantly go to, fuck it, trans people are the butt of the
That's the problem, is they're trying to get like super minuscule, like, well, this is what she said, and it's really not that racist or anti-Semitic or anti-trans. And you're like, I get it, but she is being that. She's just trying to be smooth about it.
You gotta
show me your history.
Yeah,
you gotta be sorry to be forgiven.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is she sorry in anything?
No, she's not. You're not fooling
like
anybody.
I'm Mark Furman. I haven't said the N-word out loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going like, but I haven't said
South.
it in fucking 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's been a long fucking time. But you got to be sorry to be forgiven.
Yeah.
Where the fuck? It's just such this fucking. You get a choice for a job that everyone, like, people would kill to be in Star Wars.
Dude, that's like my dream.
You would kill to be in Star Wars, Brittany.
Oh,
I want to direct Star Wars.
Which one of us would you kill to direct a Star Wars?
If I had to
it's me. It's fine. It's me. I'm dead. So
don't
she can
put
be
me in this.
I'll take it. I'll take the hit. I'll die.
I'd be okay with it.
The guy with the communist shirt on. Fuck that guy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's got my face on it. Sean, my bad.
Thanks, Eric Pabone.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
America 2018. And of course, this picture he uses is not even of America. It's actually from Palestine, and it's taken in 2010. This is what Pedro Pascal tweets. Losers in 1865, Confederates. Losers in 1945, Nazis. Losers in 2020, MAGA hat. Christina Ariel, we know what she said.
Yeah.
All those people did lose in those years. Trump lost the 2020 election. The Confederates lost in 1865. And the Germans were defeated in 1945. So he just made a factual thing.
Devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate. What? They lost. They
did lose, but the meaning is like all these guys are racist and bigot. That's the true meaning of it. Like we got to play both sides, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's not what they're doing. You're playing both sides with them. When you play the both sides with them, if she's not fucked up for doing the beep boop bop, then what did he do there? What factual inaccuracy was in there?
Yeah.
In that little.
You're right. Thing. You're playing their game.
And even the Palestine thing, right? When it's not America, who the fuck do you think makes sure Israel doesn't get pushed into the sea by a bunch of Arabs?
Yeah. I watched the video about the Middle East, so I know a little bit more.
You know what?
Nathan Robinson got fired this week because of a tweet about the putting in the stimulus, $500 million for Israeli defense, and he made a joke about that. Like every time America does like a stimulus, they have to give money to Israel, and he got fired for that. So
he did. He got fired. He got fired for that. But it's the truth because
it's exactly what happened.
It's like it's this idea that Disney is somehow super woke for not renewing the contract of the woman that did all of those things and they didn't get rid of her.
Yeah. I mean, and then I heard somebody talk about this too. Like for me, it's not, I feel terrible saying this. For me, it's not the last like tweet or whatever. It's like, dude, she's been doing this the whole time. She's done mass stuff. She's done anti-trans stuff. Now she's doing anti-Semitic. It's like, you were warned.
I have no sympathies. She belongs to the people that think at-will employment is the best thing.
Right.
They didn't renew her shit. Like
yeah.
what?
I could get fired tomorrow and it wouldn't matter.
But at what point do you have to stop misinformation and hatred? It's the
probably right about the point where you start comparing the people that stormed the Capitol and the guy that incited it got away with it to Jews in 1937's Germany.
Yeah.
When there were laws against Jews having like jobs and professions, and Germany had economic recovery because they just stole all the Jews' money.
Yeah.
Literally.
I don't know anything about
that. The Holocaust was legal, right?
Yeah, the Holocaust was legal. Slavery, chattel slavery was legal.
Yep.
You know, it's all these things. It's just like, fuck y'all. You know, like I'm supposed to have unity with this, or I'm supposed to have any sympathy for someone who she's not good at it.
Yeah.
It's not even like it's like they didn't renew your thing. You're an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. I already know I'm not working a ton of clubs when they open back up. It doesn't matter how many TikToks I have. It doesn't matter what the fuck this podcast does. There's a ton of clubs that are not going to book me. Yeah. You just know that. So she made her bed. Now she gets to be on Bench Parasite. So now
you weren't even in Haywire, and Haywire was bad. Podcast is good.
True. People like the podcast.
Apparently,
Trey from the Swerve Jones Show said it was easy listen.
Are you
Brittany,
fucking
did you see
kidding
Haywire?
Me? No.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
They had to re-record all of her lines because Gina Carano.
This is a Gina Carano movie. I don't know anything about this.
It's Steven Soderbergh. She was in a Steven Soderbergh movie.
Yeah, and then they dubbed
bad
her lines.
At her job. Yeah, she's bad at her job.
Yeah.
I mean, they just had her in there. Out of me. Her job is MMA. Her thing that got her big was MMA, and she could probably fucking murder all three of us with her bare hands.
Yeah.
Like if she,
I'll let her fight Brittany.
I'll just run her over with my car.
Yeah, that's exactly like that's what God made rifles for. I'm not letting her within 200 feet of me.
Yeah, you have your Second Amendment right.
Yeah, that's what God. You know, the Second Amendment is not protecting against the army; it's protecting against white knight riders.
Yeah, I'll stay in my ground.
Yeah. for sure. All right, let's jump back into it.
Let's jump back into this.
Oh yeah, because he's getting to this one tweet I want to show you guys.
Christina Ariel, we know what she said. We made so many videos talking about Christina Ariel and saying that all white people are racist.
Okay. He says that this black woman said that all people are racist. This is what he's referring to. White people, you do not get to absolve people of racism. You do not get to point out their growth when they say Black Lives Matter after treating us as if we don't. You don't get to accept apologies on our behalf that shouldn't need to be said.
Read the follow-up tweet, though.
Hold on. Fuck. And stop patting them on the back for doing the bare fucking minimum task of being decent and humane to black people.
Where's she wrong in that? Also, where did she say all white people?
She didn't. She didn't say anything that guy is claiming her to say. But this was like the tough question that I wanted to like talk about with you guys. Like, that's not a very nice tweet, because I myself have come from a white Southern family.
Yeah, no, you should feel guilty.
and I'm trying to like be better. I don't need to be patted on the back for that or anything. But like, that kind of makes me feel like shit. Like, hey, I'm trying. Do you not like that I'm trying?
It's systems, not like you personally, though.
But what can I do to help?
Well, you can remember that it's if I saw that tweet, you just read it out loud to me, right? I'm white, I'm Southern, I'm all these things. Shit, I watched my For You, and Jesus Christ, I'm followed by a ton of oppressed people, and it made me so goddamn sad last night. It's the same thing if you see a tweet about men or whatever. It's like all men suck. Yeah, no, we do suck. Yeah, like you're taking it to heart because the system has convinced you that you should take it to heart, and it's on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
but my deterrence to that is like, what happens when there comes along a person like me and sees that, and then that drives them farther to the other side?
Because, then were you really in it at all?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If people didn't fucking pat you on the head for doing that, because again, it is the bare minimum. The bare minimum is that it's that an injury to one is injury to all.
Yeah,
it's this. You probably didn't see the TikToks I made at like 10 o'clock at night, but like I was crying because like I can't enjoy all of this that's tainted. I have the They Live glasses on.
Yeah.
And it's how are you so blind to all of this? And you know why it is? Because they don't know any history that's not from media representation, because that's where all of them learn all of their history.
Yeah, and it's all like whitewashed, and they only give you like a little tiny bit of it. They give you like the broad stroke.
Or it's outright lies.
All right, Sean, I got a tough question for you.
Okay.
Before coronavirus, like I was working with a black colleague, and I was like asking her a bunch of questions, and she's really like kind of responsible for like.
You touched her hair?
No, but
don't ever touch their hair, Brittany.
But I like brought up that thing. I was like, oh, I'm colorblind. And like she had to explain to me the colorblind thing, but I didn't mean anything by it. Like, it's just what has come across my Facebook feed. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm friends with people and I don't really care about their color. But I guess it is important to see color and to understand like what people have been through, correct?
It's not individual though. The problem is with that kind of talk is it's not an individual. It's not like you don't see people differently. It's that the system does.
Yeah, and it's the acknowledgement of the system, correct?
Right. Yeah. In my opinion, it's that the system sees people differently, so that makes it difficult for different people to navigate the same system the same way.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
But then here's the other thing. Like, her and I would have these like really long discussions, and sometimes she'd get angry with me. Like, she should get angry with me. I'm a brainwashed white person who's like,
I got mad about you about immigration and the fucking car filming that thing.
Desperately trying to unfuck my brain. But she said something.
Hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. She was like, it's not my place to educate you on this stuff. And I'm like, it's not your place to educate me on this stuff. But I'm not gonna get what I get from her by just reading an article online. Like,
but you have to be active yourself.
Yeah, you do have to be active.
You have to be a person who's going to be active yourself about it. So the thing is that people get tired of trying to tell someone how they should think. So it's more like you need to do a little more work. Like, I'm not saying that personally to you, but I'm saying like there's work that you can do. Like you can be blind and just assume everything's fine and like, oh, well, I don't know why people think this way. Or you can say, well, people are saying this to me. What should I do? What should I learn? Like, what is going on in history that tells me where to go from here?
Yeah.
The counter to that real quick is you just go, tell me what to Google and I'll Google it. Because sometimes this shit is confusing, and like, especially with the alphabet mafia stuff or whatever, it's like, you tell me how to Google it and I'll Google it.
Y'all want to laugh at some more white boys?
Oh, fuck yeah. Fire you screen share
every day.
Let's
just start me.
Wait, is this the right one? Am I doing this right? Oh yeah. Let's go back. All right, I think we're almost done.
This person, who is still employed by Lucasfilm, who Star Wars said that we stand by them. Of course, Mark Ruffalo has called numerous people Nazis. He still works.
We do have a Nazi problem in this country, like definitively. Like Adam Waffen claimed attacks. Like, yeah. With the fucking military just did an order where they're going to root out neo-Nazis in the military. Like, yes. The whole special forces unit. Do you know why? Because they couldn't get rid of the Nazis without getting rid of the whole unit.
I mean, what do you do with the cops? How do you get rid of the fucking neo-Nazis and the cops? Or these white supremacists?
Abolish the police. Replace them with something else. You can still have sheriff's deputies.
Yeah.
True. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like they solve murders or rapes or anything, so we don't really have to worry about that.
Well, it depends on how rich you are and why.
The pussies that are in this woke far left echo chamber that cannot take any opinion that differs from theirs.
So mad.
They fired Gina Carano.
Okay, this guy, never heard of this guy. This randomly showed up on Facebook and somebody was like, he makes a lot of good points. And I watched it, and this is when I texted you guys, and I was like, I got some good shit for y'all.
Like American Sargon of Akkad.
Let's pause for one to talk about the last guy wearing a shirt that says Kaboom. By the way, that whole time he's wearing Kaboom.
What is Kaboom?
I don't know, but it's just he's wearing a shirt that just has the sound effect Kaboom. I think it might be a Batman TV show reference, but it was just like, you fucking nerd. He's got merchandise everywhere on his wall. There's no pictures of anyone he actually knows. It's all fictional characters that exist in a fucking universe that has good and evil and all this, and an American that doesn't have an American empire, but no pictures of friends, family, nothing on the walls. I know my background looks like a prison, but that's just because I don't. It's concrete. I'm gonna buy a hammer gun.
My background looks like me.
Yeah, he's got. You know what I mean?
At least he closed the door this.
Let's fire up the goddamn whitey.
All right, let's watch this guy falls apart.
And my heart just sank, and I was just like, oh, this is not somebody to cancel. This is somebody to look up to. Instead of having one political party and another political party, you can agree or disagree with them. And that's why we have a voting system. America right now is acting like 1930s Germany. Burning of books, the way that the education...
What books have we burned?
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of local PTAs that ban books all the time. Hey,
it's a lot like 1930s Germany, but not in the ways that they think.
Yeah, it is, but it's not like they're the other side.
Yeah, I know. They're the book burners.
They don't get it.
They constantly cancel shit. They don't watch the NFL no more because Colin Kaepernick. They don't, they're the ones that do this shit all the time.
Stand by, Tim. Stand by.
Oh, fire it away.
System is being hijacked. People are no longer allowing for independent thought. The Republicans, with their policies, have now been reduced down to Trump supporters / MAGA, which is now being equated.
Yeah.
The 2020 Republican National Committee National Convention platform, they didn't have one. It literally was just Trump.
Yeah.
So they're talking about liberals and leftists and all these and woke people reduced them to that. Their own goddamn convention, like, you literally could just be like, make America great could be the platform. They just didn't have a platform because Trump didn't want to do the paperwork. It's, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't want to fucking...
Need a see and say.
Yeah, you're talking about you reduced it to you literally the Republicans at their own convention just made the platform just Donald Trump. But fucking fire away. Let's fucking Jesus Christ. And he's got that same losers thing up in the background.
Germany because she refused to put pronouns in her bio. Gina Carano not wanting to put pronouns in her bio becomes she's transphobic. You are now being a disingenuous piece of shit.
Excuse me, I have a lot of PS3 games in my background.
Hold on, Sean, you missed it.
So you should know what I'm talking about.
And they're all out of focus.
PS3 games
I'm going
in my
to fucking,
background.
If I get up and leave the house tomorrow, the trust thought about is giving me some troubles. I might go to GameStop and be like, hey, can I have all the empty PS3 cases you have? And because I might just recreate this. I bought some Fallout figurines I was saving for Brittany at Five Below for $3.50. They're very cheaply made. I think I'm gonna make the nerd background for me here before too long. just to complete the fucking thing, because he's literally projecting so hard because he's being a disingenuous piece of shit right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he is.
Yeah.
He's being a crybaby, and he's about to cancel his Disney Plus subscription.
Oh, that's what this screenshot is?
Yes.
Literally. Oh, please.
And he wrote. He wrote a thing for it.
I'd like
but he's not.
I'd like to read it out loud. Yeah. Well, let's see.
Because WandaVision
He's
isn't
gonna
done
read
yet.
it out. Do you want to read it out loud? Or do you want me to read it?
I'm gonna read it out loud. Firing Gina Carano because some pathetic people on Twitter took what she was trying to say out of context was complete and utter cowardice. That's his reason, and he's gonna. I bet you he doesn't continue to cancel in the video.
No, he does.
Does he? Okay,
Yeah.
let's see if he does it all the way to the end of the screen. But go ahead.
All right. Look, he had to take a break.
And every time they came after her, she would fight it off. Look what happened.
He didn't do it live.
Last year in America.
He let you cut it out. He didn't do it live. You didn't do a cut right there, right? Did you do?
No,
a cut?
I did do a cut. I did a cut.
So he went through with the screen all the way.
What?
To canceling? Did he get all the way to the
he's gonna come back to it. He's gonna come back to it.
All right. I'm just jumping.
But this is where it takes a dark turn, actually. Like, this is where when I was high, this video that he did is 20 minutes long. This is when I was high and I was like, God damn, this got dark.
Oh, we can talk about this for 20 minutes.
There was one very quiet party that was not condemning what was going on. This is what's gonna happen. This is what's going to happen constantly if we don't win an election, let's just say.
What?
I've got to put my money where my mouth is. I've cancelled my Disney Plus. Hashtag we love Gina Carano, and we do. It's just so sad the world doesn't have enough of you, and it's just so sad that social media is so broken.
First, they came for the bounty hunters. And I said nothing because I was not a bounty hunter. Did you see in his back, like, everything else was like Cernovich and stuff?
Yeah.
Ted Cruz.
I saw this one.
Yeah, but he says...
but where's his haircut?
Gina Carano broke barriers in the Star Wars universe. Not a princess, not a victim, not some emotionally tortured Jedi. She played a woman who kicked ass. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, what about fucking all of the
Princess
other
Leia?
great female characters?
She literally played a tortured soldier instead of a Jedi.
She played
a tortured,
3 episodes?
She played a tortured, conflicted soldier who ended up being a cop at the end of the one season.
Yeah.
Wait,
she joined the Republic thing. She was disillusioned with the Republic. Remember, she's like, I saw too much tragedy in the war. And I don't know what her voice sounds like. I don't remember her parts because she was bad at it.
Well, and also probably someone else recorded her parts. If you
they might have
happened to hate, and the other movie she was in, they had to have someone else come in and re-record her parts.
And Brittany knows how difficult it is to sync up audio that's not like.
You pretty much never want to do that.
Yeah, it's like the reason why this podcast started 10 minutes late was I switched the mic things around and was like, look, it'll just be easier.
The danger of watching those Star Wars guys is, again, the danger of watching Joe Rogan. I watch those guys. I watch them for expanded universe stuff and they like geek out. And then next thing you know, I'm watching them rant about white supremacy and I'm down the fucking rabbit hole.
It's the algorithm.
It's the algorithm.
Exactly.
The YouTube one, there was a paper about a couple years ago. Like you could go from Fortnite headshots to like white supremacy in four autoplays. So close your eyes and cover up your ears. This ain't the message that you came to hear, but I can't help but
I just don't care.